Aloha everyone, my name is Tatyana Lukov and I'm a Masters of TESOL student. TESOL is Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages, and my presentation is about using Quizlet as a second language academic vocabulary learning tool.
So my motivation for doing this research was because learning vocabulary is not very easy, especially when it's academic words for students who are at the university. And it's kind of boring, but what can we do to motivate the students and make it more fun is to use technology. One of these tools is Quizlet. So my first research question was, does studying academic vocabulary through Quizlet improve learning and also memory, retention of these words for college EL students? And the second question, does adding an image to the electronic word cards help vocabulary learning? So what I did is I gave a pretest of 18 academic words to my class. They studied the words after that on Quizlet for 20 minutes, and group 1 studied the words with no image on the cards, and group 2 had an image. After that, I gave the students the exact same test, and 1 month later, I tested them again with the same test. So here's what the words look like on Quizlet, group 1 with no image and group 2 with the image. Other than that, the exact same information on the card. So my participants were students at BYU, Hawaii, 20 of them. And the majority of them were from Japan and then other countries. Their English proficiency was also a little different. The majority of the students knew English very well, so they were academic level, and we can see it here on the more general framework. But also I had 2 students who were more lower proficiency. They were intermediate level. So the results in response to question number 1, does Quizlet improve academic vocabulary learning? Yes. Yes, immediately after studying the words, the students, the whole class improved, went from 59% to 88%, and even kept that knowledge a month later, some of it. My question 2, what about an image? And this is the group that studied the words with an image. How about the image? Did that make a difference? And I can say yes, but only immediately after learning, after studying on Quizlet with the image. The group improved by 30%, comparing to the group who did not study with the image, they improved 28%. So we can say a little bit more with the image, but this is only immediately after studying. But the thing is that group 2, the group who studied with the image, had both of the students who were lower proficiency. So now I wanted to test if really initial proficiency level matters. So I divided the scores and analyzed my scores based on 3 groups. I divided the test scores on the very first test before any treatment into high performance, those who tested 75% or higher, mid performance and low performance, those who tested about 50 or less percent. So what I found out is that here it is for the high performance and the mid performance, but what made the difference for, in general, learning on Quizlet is the group who did not know English well, who didn't score well in the very beginning. And their proficiency increased the most, from 40% to 80%. So studying Quizlet made a big difference for them the most, those who didn't know English. But what about adding an image? Did that make a difference? And so I actually found out that image did not play a significant role in learning academic vocabulary. Why I'm saying that is because it only improved performance for those who already knew English. So comparing to those who didn't, so here is the result for those without a picture. and that's their score. And those who knew English, so this is the high performance with the image, they did better with the image. But everybody else who is the mid performance, those who are between 50 and 75%, those who studied with the image actually did worse. The same with those who were the low performers. So without an image, they scored at 43%, but with the image, they scored at 39%. So unfortunately, these are my results, and I can say that, yeah, image did not actually help much, only helped a little bit those who already knew English and couldn't determine the statistical significance because of the lower number of students. So my implications for the study is that Quizlet could be used to learn academic vocabulary, and it doesn't really matter if there is an image on it or not. My limitations of the study were quite a few. First of all, I did the study for only 1 hour. My sample size were only 20 students, 20 participants. And can we really be sure that the results were due to Quizlet, or just because students spent time studying vocabulary? Or is it really because of Quizlet? So how can we improve for future research? If I did this research again, I would actually increase the sample size and give them a longer time to study, and the initial proficiency, I would do something about that and compare Quizlet with another tool. And this is my presentation. Thank you.